Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and incredible story that has left people in awe across the world. If you're someone who loves to hear about rare, one-of-a-kind items that can change someone's life forever, you're in for a treat. The topic of today's video is about a coin. Yes, you heard that right, a coin. But not just any coin. We're talking about the 2001 1-cent coin, an unassuming little piece of currency that carries a price tag so astronomical, it's hard to believe. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's jump into a tale that's far from ordinary. It all starts with the idea that something as simple as a penny can hold immense value. A coin that, on any other day, you might not think twice about, can, in certain circumstances, fetch tens of millions of dollars. It's a wild thought, but it's exactly what happened with the 2001 1-cent coin. What makes this particular penny so unique? Let's break it down step by step. In the world of numismatics, the study or collection of coins, paper currency, and metals, there's a constant search for rare, valuable pieces. But even in that world, certain coins stand out for their uniqueness and rarity. Some of these coins can be worth millions of dollars, often due to a manufacturing mistake or a special trait that makes them different from all the other coins in circulation. One of the rarest and most valuable coins in history is the 2001 1-cent coin. At first glance, this coin looks no different from any other penny. It has the usual characteristics: the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln Memorial, the "In God We Trust" inscription, and of course, the year 2001 stamped into it. But one key detail makes this coin stand out. It was produced with a remarkable error, a minting mistake that turned a simple penny into an object of staggering worth. This mistake didn't go unnoticed. In fact, the discovery of this coin was something of a sensation in the numismatic world. The penny was supposed to be made with copper-plated zinc, as per the standard procedure for U.S. coins. But in this instance, the coin was made with a copper alloy composition that wasn't supposed to be used. The result was a coin that was fundamentally different from any other penny minted that year. This wasn't just a minor deviation in weight or color, it was a coin with a completely unique composition. The error went largely unnoticed by the general public for a long time. However, as more and more collectors and enthusiasts examined their change, they began to realize that there was something different about this particular penny. As the years went by, the coin was gradually recognized for its rarity, and its value began to rise exponentially. What started as a simple curiosity among collectors quickly turned into a worldwide phenomenon, with people eager to get their hands on this unique coin. Now, let's talk about how this coin managed to skyrocket in value. The first factor is, of course, its rarity. Only one such coin was known to exist at first. In the world of numismatics, rarity is a key factor in determining a coin's worth. The more unique and scarce a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. It's a simple equation, but it's one that's driven the value of rare coins to incredible heights. In this case, the rarity of the coin was compounded by the fact that it was a mistake. People love a good story behind their collectibles, and the fact that this penny had been created as part of a minting error added to its allure. Collectors and investors alike were drawn to it, and the story behind its creation only made it more intriguing. But the real surprise came when the coin was sold at auction for an eye-popping price of $52 million. Yes, you read that correctly, a penny worth $52 million. How did this happen? It all began with a private sale. The owner of the 2001 1-cent coin recognized the potential value of the coin and decided to put it up for auction. The coin's rarity and its error-driven backstory had already made it highly desirable, but it was the growing attention from wealthy collectors and investors that drove its price to astonishing heights. People from all over the world, including billionaires and major collectors, began bidding on the coin, each eager to add this remarkable piece of history to their collection. The bidding war intensified as the days passed, with each new bid pushing the price higher and higher. The coin's history, its error, and the story of how it had been overlooked for so long made it all the more captivating to potential buyers. Finally, after an intense auction, the coin was sold for a record-breaking $52 million, making it one of the most expensive coins in history. Why did this particular coin fetch such an enormous sum of money? For one, its rarity played a huge role. But more than that, its story of being a forgotten error that was later recognized as a priceless gem struck a chord with people. In the world of rare collectibles, people are often willing to pay exorbitant prices for items that carry a sense of uniqueness, mystery, and historical significance. And the 2001 D1 coin certainly fit that description. The sale of the coin wasn't just a milestone for the world of numismatics. It also sparked a wave of interest in rare coins and collectibles in general. People began scouring their pockets, looking through their spare change for potential treasures. And as more rare coins were discovered, the prices of some of these items skyrocketed as well. But the 2001 D1 coin remains the crown jewel of them all. Its price tag of $52 million is a testament to the power of rarity, history, and the allure of the unknown. It's a reminder that even the smallest and most overlooked items can hold immense value, and that sometimes, the most extraordinary things come in the most unexpected forms. So, the next time you're digging through your change jar or scouring through your coins, remember this incredible story. Who knows? You might just have a rare gem hiding in your pocket that could be worth millions of dollars. It's a crazy thought, but with rare coins like the 2001 D1 coin out there, anything is possible. Before we wrap up, let me remind you to hit that like button if you found this story as fascinating as I did, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about incredible collectibles and fascinating histories. You never know what treasure might be waiting just around the corner. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Next. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 2006 D1 coin. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 2006 could potentially be worth a staggering $19 million. Let's start by putting this into perspective. The United States Mint produces billions of coins every year. Most of them are just like the ones you have in your pocket, common, used every day, and hardly worth anything more than their face value. Pennies, in particular, often get a bad reputation because of how little they're worth. But what if we told you that among all these ordinary pennies, there exists one that is so rare, so unique, that it could fetch a price that's higher than the value of most homes? The 2006 penny is part of a unique group of coins known as error coins. These are coins that were produced with mistakes during the minting process. In some cases, these errors are small and almost invisible to the naked eye, but in other instances, the mistake is so glaring that it becomes a standout rarity. And it's these rare, error-prone coins that can end up commanding outrageous prices at auctions. Now, let's break down exactly how the 2006 penny became so valuable. The most important thing to know is that this particular penny was part of a batch that was struck with a major minting error. Normally, coins like the 1-cent piece are made with specific dies that ensure they have the correct design and features. But for a brief period in 2006, there was a problem with the minting process, and a small batch of pennies ended up being produced with a die that was meant for a different coin entirely. The penny was supposed to feature the traditional Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. However, due to the die mix-up, a different design, which was originally intended for the 5-cent coin, appeared instead. This error was incredibly rare, and the coins that were affected by it became highly sought after by collectors. To truly appreciate the value of the 2006 penny, it's important to understand the coin collecting world and how it operates. Collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for coins that are rare or feature errors. These coins hold a special place in the hobby because they are not only valuable for their rarity, but also because they tell a story about the history of coin production. The 2006 penny is a perfect example of how a simple mistake at the mint can lead to a treasure trove of money for the right collector. The journey of this penny to becoming worth millions began when a few lucky people started to realize what they had in their possession. At first, it might have seemed like an ordinary penny, just another coin that happened to slip through the cracks. But when collectors began to catch wind of the error, the search was on. People began to comb through their coin jars, their loose change, and even their bank accounts, trying to spot the coveted coin. And when a few of these pennies made it into the hands of the right buyers, the bidding war started. The true value of a coin like the 2060 penny lies in the rarity and the story behind it. These types of coins don't come around often, and when they do, they make headlines. The 2060 penny, thanks to its distinctive error, became one of those once-in-a-lifetime finds. When it was first discovered that some of these pennies were fetching huge sums at auction, many people were stunned. Could something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny really be worth so much? The answer, in this case, was YES.AS. News of this incredible discovery spread. Collectors and enthusiasts alike began to pay attention. The 2060 penny became a topic of conversation in coin collecting communities, with experts weighing in on just how valuable these coins could become. Some estimates put the value of a single coin at upwards of $19 million, a number that is difficult to fathom when you consider that a regular penny is worth just 1 cent. This is where the magic of coin collecting happens. It's not always about the face value, but rather the rarity, the historical significance, and the story behind each coin. As we dive deeper into the world of rare coins, it's important to remember that not every coin with an error is worth millions. The value of a coin is determined by many factors, including its rarity, condition, and the size of its mistake. In some cases, a minor error might not add much to the coin's worth. But in the case of the 2060 penny, the error was so significant that it drastically increased its value. So, how exactly do these rare error coins make their way into collectors' hands? Well, it's not always as simple as just finding one. Many of these coins are discovered by people who have a keen eye for detail and a deep knowledge of coins. Often, these individuals work with coin dealers or attend coin shows, where they can find rare and unique coins that are up for sale. Some lucky individuals might even stumble across these valuable pennies in their everyday life. Maybe they find one in their change while paying for groceries or discover it while cleaning out their couch cushions. Regardless of how they're found, the key is recognizing the value in what initially seems like just a simple coin. Once these rare coins are discovered, they often undergo a process of authentication to determine their authenticity and value. Professional grading services assess the condition of the coin and verify whether it is a legitimate error coin. If the coin passes the grading process, it can be listed for sale or auctioned off to the highest bidder. The prices for these coins can vary depending on their condition and the demand from collectors, but in the case of the 2060 penny, the price can skyrocket to astronomical amounts. One of the most interesting aspects of the 2060 penny is the way it highlights the unpredictability of the world of coin collecting. No one could have predicted that a mistake at the mint would lead to a coin becoming one of the most valuable in history. It just goes to show that sometimes, the most unexpected things can end up being the most valuable. It's a reminder that even the most mundane objects, like a penny, can hold hidden value if you know where to look. If you've ever thought about collecting coins or have ever wondered what makes a coin valuable, the 2060 penny is a perfect example of why some coins become worth far more than their face value. It's not just about having a rare coin, it's about finding something unique, something that tells a story, and something that captures the imagination of collectors around the world. Now, you might be wondering how to spot a 2060 penny that could be worth millions. The answer lies in recognizing the specific error that makes it so special. As we mentioned earlier, this penny was struck with a die intended for a different coin, resulting in a reverse design that's not supposed to be there. This error is quite rare, and if you happen to come across a penny that has the wrong design on the back, you could be holding on to something that's worth far more than a penny. While most people will never come across a 2060 penny that could be worth millions, the story of this coin serves as a reminder of the incredible value that can be hidden in unexpected places. Who knows, the next time you're digging through your change, you might just find a rare coin that could change your life. And with that, we come to the end of our story today. We've learned that sometimes, the smallest mistakes can lead to the greatest rewards, and a 2060 penny could be worth millions. So, the next time you're holding a penny, remember, it could be more than just a small piece of change. It could be your ticket to a fortune. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories like this one. Last. It's 2001, and somewhere in the United States, a small piece of history is about to make its way into the hands of a lucky individual. But not just any person, not just any coin. This particular 1-cent coin holds a secret, a rarity so profound that it would go on to fetch a price far beyond anyone's wildest imagination. By the time all was said and done, this humble copper coin would be worth a staggering $183 million, a price tag that would make even the wealthiest collectors pause for a moment of awe. So, how does a simple coin like this end up being worth so much? The story behind the 2001 1-cent coin is not just about value, but about history, mystery, and the unexpected twists that make the world of numismatics so fascinating. It all starts with a seemingly ordinary coin. After all, the 1-cent piece is the smallest denomination of U.S. currency. It's the coin you toss into a jar or the one you barely notice as you dig around in your pocket for spare change. But this coin was different. It had a flaw, a mistake, one that would go unnoticed by most people. However, to the trained eye of a collector or a historian, that flaw would make all the difference. The 2001 1-cent coin, like most coins, was produced at one of the U.S. Mint's facilities. The Mint is the place where coins are made, where the designs are stamped, and where the intricate details of currency come to life. But even in the precise world of coin manufacturing, mistakes can happen. Coins can be struck with errors, and sometimes those errors are so rare and so unique that they end up being worth a fortune. The 2001 1-cent coin in question had such an error, one that no one could have predicted would cause such a stir. The flaw in this particular coin came in the form of a misprint. During the minting process, a coin blank was accidentally struck with the wrong die. This mistake led to the creation of a coin that was not like the others. At first glance, the coin appeared to be just another typical 1-cent piece. It had the usual Abraham Lincoln portrait, the familiar "In God We Trust" inscription, and the year 2001 clearly marked on the obverse. But if you looked closer, you would notice something strange, something that made this coin stand out from the rest. The coin's design was slightly off-center, a subtle but noticeable flaw. It wasn't a major issue at first, but in the world of numismatics, even the smallest deviation from the norm can increase the value of a coin exponentially. This particular off-center strike was not just a random mistake, it was a rare and highly sought-after error. Collectors and enthusiasts who were familiar with these types of flaws recognized its potential immediately. What they didn't know at the time was that this seemingly small imperfection would lead to a massive financial windfall for the person who owned the coin. The discovery of the error sparked a frenzy in the numismatic community. Experts quickly got wind of the unusual coin, and before long, it was making headlines. But there was something else about this coin that made it even more remarkable: the fact that it was a 1-cent piece from 2001. While many collectors are drawn to older coins, rarities from more recent years are still highly coveted. In fact, this coin was so unique that it caught the attention of major auction houses, including some of the most prestigious in the world. When the coin was finally sold, the bidding went far beyond what anyone had imagined, pushing the price higher and higher until it reached the staggering sum of $183 million. How did this seemingly small and insignificant coin become worth so much? It wasn't just the error that made it valuable, it was the rarity of the error itself. While mistakes happen in the coin minting process, the number of coins that are struck with this kind of flaw is incredibly small. Even more rare is the fact that the coin in question was in pristine condition. To collectors, the combination of the year, the error, and the excellent condition of the coin made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. These factors led to a bidding war that eventually pushed the price to an astronomical level. It was a moment in numismatic history that no one would forget. So, why does this story matter? What makes the 2001 1-cent coin so special? Well, it's not just about the money, though the price tag certainly makes it an eye-popping story. What makes this coin so fascinating is the way it highlights the intricate and sometimes unpredictable world of coin collecting. It's a world where the smallest details, like the slightest misprint, can make a world of difference. It's a world where rarity, history, and a bit of luck can turn an everyday object into something worth millions. And this story doesn't just stop with the 2001 1-cent coin. It's a reminder that there are other rare and valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. Every year, collectors and experts are uncovering new treasures, finding coins that have been hidden away for decades, or even centuries. Some of these coins are worth millions, while others may only fetch a few $100s. But each one tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and sometimes sheer luck. Now, let's pause for a moment and think about what this story can teach us. It's easy to overlook the little things in life, the small details that seem insignificant at first glance. But sometimes, it's those very details that hold the greatest value. The 2001 1-cent coin serves as a reminder that rarity can be found in the most unexpected places. Whether it's in the world of coin collecting or in our everyday lives, we never know when we might stumble upon something valuable, something unique that could change everything. As we wrap up this incredible tale, it's clear that the 2001 1-cent coin is more than just a rare coin. It's a symbol of how a small mistake can lead to something extraordinary, how the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and how sometimes a little bit of history and a lot of luck can create a story worth millions. So, next time you're looking through your spare change, remember, you might just be holding on to something that could change your life, or at least your understanding of the value of what's around you. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more stories like this one. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time with more incredible tales from the world of rare coins and beyond.